Kaizer just management, psychological problems, coaching. I don't know, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk. In today's video of it, not only solely focused on the update, but obviously, I just want you and me at home to have a conversation about Kaizer Chiefs, and you let me know why is our team struggling so much, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. What could be the problem that Kaizer Chiefs is so struggling to make sure what they maintain things, they keep things going. I've seen with XFC, they've been trying to be consistent, even though I don't know how long they're going to try and keep that consistency, but it's good. It's good. It's something that they need. Tina, currently we have played 3 games without the win, and I know, guys, I'm also a problem on that one. But anyways, before we dive into all of those details, before we discuss those critical details, please do make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to get some update or anything or something like this one. So number one, looking at the coaching, not the coaching actually, but the Chiefs management. Is it possible that Kaizer Chiefs themselves, they want to be part of the club? I understand it's their club, they own it and everything, but why are they trying to manage everything, even the job that has been given to the coach? Like, is it possible that is what they want to do? Because it doesn't make any sense why Coach Nazile Nabi is being fired. You understand? Because clearly there's something that is at play and it's something big. Yes, we do not know what the reason is, but clearly there's something that is going on. We even heard that, the technical team that he brought to the club has decided to turn against him. Velimina, if it was me with my self-conscious, I think I would have decided otherwise. But anyways, it's a big team of it too, I understand. So, for example, if any one of you was given a role to say, let's coach, the biggest, or let come and work for the biggest institute of, something, big team, big something that is out there doing wonders, then definitely you will not want to hesitate. You would even turn your backs on the people that you know and love. So maybe, just maybe, that's why they decided, as in, we're not gonna follow the coach. Yes, he brought us here, but we're not going to follow him because this is bigger than him. So definitely we need this. He's not gonna pay my bills. He's not gonna give me the amount that I want. He's not gonna do anything about my life, because at the end of the day, this is just me being able to make a name for myself, and definitely they are going to make a name for themselves. But now let's get back to the chase. Is it still on the part of management? Because you look at the signings, for example, we've had Coach Nabi saying, I want those signings and everything, look here, but instead there's not even one player that they got him, which is a player that was wanted by him. The only player Ngashoti was wanted by him, and he got him, is Kaizer Mayo, but he did not even get to use him. Only his technical team were able to stay behind and use that player, which obviously he scored on his debut yesterday. I think he did a fantastic job. I still believe he's going to help the team. I even count him as one of the players who will be able to compete in, obvious, the top goal scorers. But definitely it will depend on how our team tries to adjust to everything. But we still need to find the problems, like the biggest problems within the club. Like, what is going on? What is the problem of it? I don't know. You let me know what you think down in the comment section below of it. Do you think the coach, the management has a hand or something to play with, when it comes to the decision making of the players and everything, because they want to be part of it. They want to make sure, we sign the players, but the problem is, if management says, no, Tina, those are the kind of players that we want, are those players going to be able to fit in the system that the coach wants to use? You understand? Because you've hired a coach, you want the coach to do the job, and for him to be able to do the job, you need to give the coach what he wants. So what if you sign him players which are not the players that he wanted? How are they going to fit into the system? Example, you want to play like Faisal Salum, because you know where now what you've seen and you know what is the problem with your system and you know how it needs fixing. You want that player, but they say, no, I Faisal Salum, Tina will get you Oxen Tetra. You see where I'm trying to go with this? I'm just trying to make an example. Those are two different kind of players. You understand? As the management, why are they being involved in those sort of things? For me, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, fine, definitely. Let's say it's not about that. Let's say it's about the players. Maybe signing players who are not well known. We've seen their teams, they sign players who are not well known. But one thing I do know, the fact is, those players mostly are players recommended to the coaches, or the coaches themselves say, no, I've seen a player like this one, I need that player. I remember Coach Nabi said, guys, get me Lilepo, I want that guy, because he wanted the player a long time ago. He understood what he was capable of. Obviously, before him, he wanted another player, which is Osunapolis. You look at Osunapolis, you look at him, Wembono, definitely he is doing the job that he was hired to do at Orlando Pirates. And I know the circumstances that happened, we failed to get Osunapolis, but it was the player that he wanted. But at the end of the day, he tried and found Maccabi Lilepo, because they could not, don't get me wrong, Kaizer Chiefs could not secure the services of Osunapolis. So, I don't know, but maybe Nati, Emma fans, or also the management has a hand, because maybe they want, quick success on the coach. They say, no, we want something that is going to be quick. We need this to happen. Even now, we've been playing games. We've played 5 games, keep a 5 clean sheets, and there was no problems. But now we lost one, we lost another one, we drew yesterday, and certainly there's a lot of complaints. We are talking like we do not even see the problems that we saw earlier on the previous games. It was like our team was a well-oiled machine. It was like, no, the team here to bring a Melangi. It is a team that is supposed to win. But we forget, even though we were winning some of those games, it was not something also to know. Definitely we won because definitely the system that we are using is working effectively. It was working to a sort of point, but the problems were always there. The lack of, creativity, the lack of scoring, the chances that we create. It's something that has always been there, but none of us seem to go back and say, but no, we've seen this. We know what it's a problem. It's been there, but now we are acting like, no, it was never there. It was something that never ever even happened. I don't know. And then we go to number 2. We look at, the psychology of things. I think another thing that is a problem to why Kaizer Chiefs is failing, even though I'm not saying it is, but I feel like it is a problem, because we struggle. Our team currently is so predictable. We struggle to play teams against teams that park the bus. We struggle to break them. And also with our system, we know that whenever we are feeling pressure, crosses, or so depending on that one player who will come up with individual brilliance. And if that player is not there, there's no player who steps up, then definitely we are not even going to win the match. The only thing that we try to do is to go in sort of like a defense mode, even though we are attacking, but what attack to is not even combining. You understand? It's something I've seen with Sundowns on yesterday's game. So I felt like they were masterminded on that game. So with that being said, I don't know, guys, what to say, but it's what I feel like is happening psychologically. I'm players way too. They're struggling now. Obviously, we've even talked about bringing in people who are influential or legends of the team who were there just to try and help with the psychology or the mentality factor. So far, it looked like we were going into the right direction. Things are starting to combine, but also we do have the problems, and those problems do not seem to be going away. So that's why we feel like, okay, maybe there's something else that we need to do, a different approach. I don't know, but those are my thoughts. But psychologically, there is a problem. I just don't know how they're going to resolve it. But I do feel like it's another factor that is taking place here. Number 3, we look at the coaching. Well, I know, guys, it's not something that we should be talking about mostly, but the coaching plays a huge role. Now, why am I saying this? Well, despite my player management, psychology matter, the lack of consistent coach, it's a problem. Even now, we've signed a coach, but Simchoshile. And I know you guys will say, but QB Mvetu Omjita was here. Did he finish his time? No, he did not. A lot of our coaches that come in, they do not finish the season, the time, and everything. Obviously, we tend to think, oh, the team is going to get relegated, and our team or management act quickly and then Bamsoso coach. But where does that leave the players? Like, how are the players going to be able to adapt? Because it's always going to be different systems. Even now, we are seeing a lot of changes. We saw there's Umarko now is playing as a left winger. We saw Pulemodi playing with Umarko across. Like, it was a whole lot. I was like, okay, what is happening now? Maybe we're playing a different formation, 3-4-3 or something. I don't know, but definitely it was confusing. So if it was confusing for me, what do you think about the players in the field of play? Are they able to grasp the situation and be able to understand the tactics or the plans that the coach or the new coach is trying to implement? Because definitely now there's no continuity. It's like we are starting afresh. We're trying to find something new that is going to work. But already we did have something that we could have said, okay, this is working. Now we just need to polish and find the right adjustment and fix those minor problems. So now, obviously, things are going back to the start. Yes, might not be the case, but definitely if you are a coach, you are in charge, you will have different opinions than the first coach that was there, which so far, even then, if things don't go according to their plan, they will be sacked. It's a matter of chop and changing coaches. Chop, change, chop, change, chop, change. And despite that, it's not like our team was performing perfect. In the past 10 years, 11 years to be exact, we have not been performing outstandingly. We've been struggling. We've been struggling. It's just that people do not want to accept or even talk about it. But definitely, as I've said, there's a problem. There's a problem. I don't know between those three problems which one is mostly affecting the team, but definitely all of those three problems that I've mentioned, definitely Chiefs management, the psychological factor, and also the matter of coaching. It does play a role. Yes, I know some of you might not agree with me, but it's something that I think is there. Well, I don't know. You let me know what you think. Prefer it down in the comment section below. I believe I've said my piece. I just wanted us to communicate. Please don't attack me, but definitely do make sure what you leave your peace of mind. Well, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you with some update. Peace.